Okay, hello there. Welcome to Can't Talk Podcast. I'm Amelia, and I'm solo today. And I just want to do a little series of tutorial videos from a noob, probably two noobs. I don't know if other people would be interested in watching, but basically for the Secret World. So we've been playing, Belle and I have been playing together the Secret World and running through the storylines, and it is a total blast, but it's also, of course, with any MMO, a big learning curve, and we don't really know what we're doing, and we kind of run in and see what happens. So I thought I would back up a little and do some tutorials for the basics. So step one, classes. I did the Illuminati beginning, so it looks a little different than the first time we did, because we did dragons. But it's basically the same. You run in here, you pick your first weapon of choice, and then you kill a guy. And I picked Elementalism, and let me tell you why. So, there's this thing in Secret World that we were not aware of called decks. So, if you bring up your ability wheel by pressing N on the keyboard, or you can get to it from the menu too. Here, let me show you. You can get to it from the menu here. Bring up your ability wheel. Now, these are all your abilities. Near as I can tell, if you play long enough, you get to max out everything and get to play as any class you want, which I think is kind of awesome and very unique. But to start with, it's good to have a little guidance. And what we discovered were these things called decks. So if you come over here to the left side, pull this out, there are different deck options. And basically what it does is it just tells you different ways to start your character, to start spending your points, your ability points. So for example, Cage Master is a good starting point for these starter decks are available for all three of the different factions, so you can be any of them. And you can see that you get an outfit with it. If you build out the deck, they will send you this outfit, which is not really that great in this case for me, but it's basically two different abilities, in this case blades and blood magic, and you will start spending your AP into these categories in the way that they suggest. You can toggle that on or off just by saying show deck abilities up here. So you can see the little red circles here tell you what things you need to build out your deck. And once you have these things all set up, I believe, I haven't done it, but I believe they will send you the outfit in the mail, so huzzah to that. It's just a sort of guidance, a way to know how to spend your points that makes sense, rather than just arbitrarily sticking them places like we were doing in the other game. What you get is you get these starter deck suggestions, and they all have different outfits. So far, I'm not impressed with most of the outfits, but I am actually going to go to the second tier of decks, and these decks down here are actually per class. So this is Illuminati, so they're all gonna kind of help you guide yourself towards, not class, I'm sorry, faction. So these are specific to the faction. This is assault rifle and fist weapons, for example, and they kind of give you outfits that look like they match your faction, and I think that's pretty cool. And you can see these are a little more advanced. You have to spend in these outer wheels, which means you need to get a lot more XP, which earns you AP to do it, so it takes a little bit longer, but look, I feel like they look so much cooler. I think it's totally worth it. I think that because my character is named Misery Chastain, I feel like I must go full king and go with Gunslinger, and that is why I picked Elementalism as my first ability here, because Elementalism is one piece of the build. The other piece is pistols. So I actually, if this isn't a direct homage to Stephen King's Gunslinger, I don't know what is. So this is the one I'm going to be aiming for. So basically I need to look to spend points over here in my Elementalism magic, and up here in pistols. So right now I have some quantity of AP to spend. I don't know how much. So we train these automatically with our focus. So let's get ourselves some pistol points. Just buy that. Done. And active ranged ability seems kind of important. It requires pistols, so let's see if it'll let me buy it. Yeah. Basically though, because I don't have pistols yet, because I picked elementalism as the focus here in this little training ground, I have to go buy or pick up a pistol, but it's not hard to find this stuff. You run across it pretty quickly as you start playing. So I've bought a couple of these abilities. Let's see what else. Maybe I'll throw something into... Most of these have a like a heal or a help and a hurt or damage. This react section of elementalism looks like it helps whenever I critically hit, the target becomes afflicted. This is going to build me resources. Building resources is super important. It doesn't look like I have any more AP to spend. So I need to go out and get some experience so I can spend some AP and start kicking some butt. So that's the basic point of Dex, and I actually kind of wish we had done it the first time. It makes a lot of sense. It just gives you a nice little target to aim for. You see all my nice little numbers here. I know where to put my points. So like I'm going to want to build up Spark so that I can get into this second tier and make sure that I have all those filled. And that way I can have a really targeted ability set that works really well. So that's it. That's my short tutorial on Dex. And as I play through this character, we'll see how she turns out. So just stay tuned, and thanks for listening. Peace.